Hello everyone, welcome to Leverguns 50. Today we're going to talk a little bit about this sight that we have on here, and I'll show it to you a little bit closer. Okay, I want to talk a little bit how it works, and since I put it on there, I really like it. It's been a really good sight, and pretty cool, huh? Leverguns 50. I built this 1886 Winchester back about 2000, so it's about 21 years old or so. So it originally was a 45-70. I rebarreled it. Montana Rifleman did the barrel for it. I got that fiber optic front sight on it. That just makes it a whole lot easier to see in the late evening when you're shooting it. You got this beautiful back sight on it. And that's what we're going to talk about, is this back sight. So let me give you a better view of that. And it's got these cartridges on here. And I'm thinking about hooking a strap on here. That's why I hadn't cut these off, because I may use that to hook me a strap on for a sling. So I do like this back sight. I think it's a quality sight. This back part's got that little screw in it. You slide it back and forth. It's got these little marks on it right there. And it's got kind of a small hole in it. But you can get another little piece right here that you can put an aperture screw-on sight on it. So I'm probably going to end up doing that. So here's what you get with that copy of the Lyman 21 sight, and it does come with a drill and a tap, and you do have to drill and tap two holes. You have to drill and tap this hole as well as this hole here. Now this hole here, you want to kind of get it back behind. In other words, you need to see where your locking lugs come up and down. Make sure that before you drill and tap this hole, that you make sure this hole is slightly behind the locking lug so it doesn't interfere. And you mark this hole. It tells you how far down from the top and how far over from there. You mark it, you drill and tap that one, and then you line up this one and drill and tap this one, making sure it's lined up. This little brass thing runs in this little groove right here. I don't know if you can see that groove right there, but that keeps that pointed in the right direction. This is probably my favorite 1886 Winchester. I like the long barrel and the heft to it. I've taken probably 15 or more deer with it, plus a 500-pound wild boar. And it was actually weighed. It was so heavy that our scale only went up to 200 pounds, so we had to cut it in pieces so that we could weigh it. The sight was originally designed for the 1895 Winchester, and you'll see it on a lot of 1895 Winchesters, but also some 1886's. The thing I like about it the most is it's easy to adjust in the field, and the fact that it's slim but very sturdily made, and the fact that it gets it a little bit further away from your eye, because as you know, this gun has a lot of recoil. And we used to have that sight right here, and I need to get me a screw to plug that hole, but this right here is easy to adjust, and not only is it easy to adjust, but it's sturdy. It's very sturdy. It's made out of thick metal, and it seems to hold its position well. I actually ordered this sight from Buffalo Arms. I don't know if anybody else sells them, but I really have liked it. It was kind of expensive, but once I got it on there, I really like it, and I'm thinking about putting it on my other 5110. What do you guys think about that? I've seen on a recent video of North 61, and I want you guys to check out his video. And I'll leave a link to it, probably about right here. It may be over here, might be right here. It'll be somewhere on here. So I'm gonna leave a link to it, but he was talking about his 450 Marlin. He was showing when you lever it real slow, sometimes, excuse me, especially on the side, the cartridge wouldn't always come out. And so we're gonna lever this one real slow. And he already stated that these right here, Winchesters, have a better ejection system. I'm gonna do it real slow. His was empty cartridge. This one actually has a bullet in it, so I'm gonna angle it slightly so it won't hit the stock. We're gonna go real slow. Now see, that spring kicks it out. It doesn't matter how slow you go. So we'll let us put it back in there and try it again at normal speed. So now that's a loaded cartridge, that's not an empty cartridge. And that's one thing he said about the Winchesters, is they do have pretty positive ejection. But now, I've seen several people made these and they was having difficulty. And see, I'm going really slow because a gun should be, a lever action should be able to lever slow. If it doesn't lever slow, there's something wrong with it. Because, you know, I've actually been out there in the woods, say I shot at a deer, but I failed to lever it. And so then you're out there trying to lever it real quiet so that the deer doesn't hear, you know, so you're going, and of course it's making a noise, but you're trying to be quiet. And then you're, oh my God, is it looking? And you wait till it quits looking and you trying to ease your gun forward. And of course it's making all this racket, you know. See, that's how it should go. And see, there's a cartridge in there. The cartridge fed up through there. Wonder if this thing will feed upside down. Let's try it. It's probably not going to work real slow, so we're going to do it kind of fast. Let's try that again a little bit slower. So we're going to do a little drill. Say you run your gun dry, you snatch one out of here, you stick it in here. Snatch one out, stick it in. You'd actually leave it open like that right there, because if you close it all the way, it's a little bit slower. So there you go. So let's see how that works. You got that cartridge, it pops up there. Goes in there. If you can see down in there, the bottom part of that bolt has a spring in it that pushes the cartridge out. Let's see it work.